After a dozen movies, the once monstrous Michael Myers once again heads to theaters in Halloween Kills. The middle film of a reboot trilogy started in 2018 by the director David Gordon Green. This movie is very underwhelming. 3 years ago, Jamie Lee Curtis received some of the best reviews of her career for the Halloween remake directed by David Gordon Green. Written by David Gordon Green, Scott Teems and Danny McBride, Halloween Kills picks up right where the 2018 Halloween ended, on Halloween night. As Michael's newest victims are found. Laurie, Karen and Allison race toward the hospital, thinking they destroyed Michael once and for all, but, you know how these things go in horror movies. While the previous installment reimagined Laurie Strode, the babysitter who survived Myers and John Carpenter's original film, as a trauma-toughened grandmother. This latest installment turns her into nothing more than a bystander. We find her, mere minutes after the ending of the last chapter, bleeding profusely in the back of a truck, barreling away from her burning home and believing her nemesis vanquished once and for all. Let it burn. Laurie screams at the firefighters racing towards her burning home. Thereafter, she will mostly be in a hospital bed for most of the movie, while her daughter and granddaughter, Judy Greer and Andy Matischak, are left to hold the bag for most of the movie. In this movie, she's stuck in the hospital for the entire movie, with nothing to do. They do flashback to 1978. With a rookie cop, Hawkins, played by Nicholas Mann and Will Patton, who he blames himself for letting Michael live, after he freezes while confronting the killer. I will say that I love this scene. I thought it was well done, and everything looked greatly done as it's supposed to look like 1978. And bringing back a CGI Dr. Loomis was nice to see, even though he wasn't there for very long, he's always been a favorite character. And some characters we barely remember are reintroduced to take their chances among those being creatively killed off. Leading these is Anthony Michael Hall as a grown-up Tommy Doyle, the child Laurie was babysitting on Halloween, 1978. He is now running a support group for survivors of that night's mayhem. We also get to see Lindsay, played by the original actor Kyle Richards. And also the nurse from the first movie Marion, played by once again Nancy Stevens. After hearing that Michael Myers is once again wreaking havoc in their town. In mere minutes, Tommy whips up an out-of-control mob demanding justice, and blood from Michael Myers. As the mob gets angrier, it soon gets out of control, with an intense riot that threatens to take down the hospital, only to have something tragic to happen. So now, they finally start to realize that Michael Myers is turning the entire town evil. I really liked what they were going for here, showing the consequences that a mob could have in a situation like this. But I just didn't like the payoff it had. The one thing I always hate in horror movies, is characters who always make the dumbest decisions. So you get Allison, who joins her boyfriend and his father, to hunt down the killer and end things for good. You got this crazy killer on the loose, and these three think they can put an end to his madness. As we get to the final act, it gets to be a complete letdown. Now I know this is the second movie of a trilogy, and it definitely feels that way, with no resolution for the final act. The trailers were a little misleading. They make it seem that Laurie and Michael are going to have this epic showdown, but they never meet in this film. The ending was kind of predictable also, when Karen went to save her daughter, and grabbed Michael's mask, and then Michael started chasing her. Yeah, I kinda seen what was coming next. And we got to see Michael unmasked in this film. But we really don't get a good look at him. We get to the very last shot of the movie, and you can kinda see what was going to happen. The ending was to set up for the next film, which is supposed to be the final chapter. And then we will probably get the epic fight between Laurie and Michael. I didn't have any problems with the music. I thought it was creepy enough, with the Halloween theme and some original scores as well. The main problem I had with this was the plot. In the first movie you always felt that Laurie and Michael were destined to meet again. And in this movie you just find out that it's just luck that Michael and Laurie met again by the crazy doctor from the first movie. Michael had no intention on going after Laurie, he's just a killing machine. And kills everything in his path. That's the one thing I hated about the 2018 movie, was they erased that they were brother and sister. To me that was the connection they had. Now he has no purpose on going after Laurie. Overall Halloween Kills wasn't a bad movie, and it wasn't great either. Halloween Kills gets a 3 out of 5. So what did you think about Halloween Kills? Did you see it? Did you like it? Leave comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to see more.